Hello students, welcome to today's lecture. In today's lecture we are going to discuss about the next type of baseband modulation technique, that is a differential pulse code modulation. Learning objectives, principle of DPCM, block diagram of DPCM transmitter and receiver, comparison of all baseband modulation techniques. So basically what is a differential pulse code modulation techniques? For the samples that are highly correlated when encoded by PCM techniques leave redundant information behind. To process this redundant information and to have a better output, it is wise decision to take a predicted sample value, assume from its previous output and summarize them with the quantized value. Such a process is called as a differential pulse code modulation or a DPCM. Then the principle of DPCM. So how DPCM actually works? So this is a figure of which we are getting after a quantization in case of a PCM. So what we do in a PCM is having three steps. First one is a sampling, then we go for quantization, and then we are having encoding. So this is my input signal first thing, and then I take some samples. So these are my samples, and then I go for quantization. Quantization stands for the rounding off. So the levels which are present in a one particular area, they are quantized with the same value, or they all are round off to the same level, and to the same level we are assigning a particular code word. So here if you take the example over here, we have taken the sample. This first sample is present in a level in between 2 and 3. So here it is assigned with a value of 0 1 0. Similarly this one is assigned with a value of 1 0 0. Now for this samples, which is a 4 5 6, this all samples are present in a level 6, and for the level 6 the values are 1 1 0. Now what we are doing in case of a DPCM, now when these samples are encoded by the standard PCM, the resulted encoded value consists of the same bit, same redundant information. We are transferring a same information. So what we do in a DPCM, in DPCM we predict what is going to be my next output, and based on that we remove the signal. Now here unnecessary we are sharing or we are transferring the same information, and this leads to the wastage of a bandwidth, and to overcome that we go for a next type of technique, that is a differential pulse code modulation. So differential pulse code modulation is having one block. That block is called as a predictor. Now based on the previous input and based on the present input and the previous output, it will predict what is going to be the current output, and if your current output is same as the previous input, it will remove or it will discard that particular portion, as we are transferring the same information repeatedly, or we are having a redundant bit. The information is unnecessarily transferred. So this is a working principle of a DPCM. It is used to avoid the redundant bits which are, or it is used to avoid the redundancy of the information. Now the DPCM transmitter is same as that of our PCM, but along with that we are having a predictor circuit, and that predictor circuit is connected in the feedback circuit. So what this predictor circuit will do, this will check the present output, and it will just make a prediction. It will make the prediction what is going to be your next output, and based on that prediction it will discard or it will transfer the signal. So the DPCM consists of a quantizer and the predictor with the two summer circuit. This is your first summer circuit and this one is your second summer circuit. Following is a block diagram of a DPCM transmitter, and the signal at each points are named as XNTS. This one is a sampled input, X bar NTS is the predicted sampled output, ENTS is the difference of the sampled input at the predicted output, VNTS is your quantized output, and UNTS is the predictor input, which is actually the summer output of the predictor output and the quantizer output. So how it works? So based on the current input, so if it is my present output, VNTS is given to the predictor, and predictor will predict what is going to be your next output. Now that is applied as an X bar NTS. Now if your sample input and the predicted output is going to be same, your error signal output is a 0. So if it is 0, if there is error if there is no error, the quantizer will not generate any output, or it will retain to its previous condition only. But if your current input and the predicted outputs are not same, then the error is generated and that error signal is given as a quantizer, and based on the error signal the quantizer will generate the next output. So this is how the predictor will work. It will predict what is going to be your next output. If the predicted output and the actual output are same, or actual output which we are getting is going to be same, then in that case no quantization took place, the output remains to the previous condition only. But if the predicted output and the actual input is not same, then it is going to generate the next output. So this is how the predictor works. The predictor produces the assumed sample from the previous output of the transmitter circuit, and the input to the predictor is a quantized version of the input signal, that is a XNTS. And okay, now DPCM transmitter, the quantizer output is represented as VNTS, is nothing but the quantized output of a ENTS, now which is given as a ENTS plus QNTS, means your error signal added with the quantizer output is nothing but the actual output of a DPCM circuit, where QNTS is a quantization error which gets added with your input signal. Now the predictor input is a sum of a quantizer output, here VNTS, and the predictor output, this thing. So UNTS is nothing but the output of the predictor, that is the X bar NTS and the VNTS, where your VNTS, this input signal, is nothing but the input which is given to the quantizer and the quantizer which was written as a ENTS and plus QNTS. Now this values are put over here, and from that what we come to know, the predictor input UNTS is nothing but XNTS plus QNTS, because this X bar plus this X signal will generate your E signal. Therefore this X bar plus ENTS is nothing but a XNTS signal. And the same predictor circuit is used in a decoder to reconstruct the original input only. Now the block diagram of a DPCM receiver. So in DPCM receiver we are having a decoder whose job is to decode the signal and recover your predictor output or your quantized output back, and again based on the quantized output it will given to the input to the summer, and the second input to this summer is the predicted output or the predictor, which will predict the output based on the previous output. The notation of the signal is same as the previous one. In the absence of the noise, the encoder receiver input will be same as that of the encoder transmitted output. Okay, and the predictor assumes a value based on the previous input. The input is given to the decoder, is processed, and then the output is summed. This output is summed up with the output of the predictor to obtain the better output. Advantages of DPCM: as a difference between your XNTS and X bar NTS, it's the input, actual sample input and the feedback signal is been encoded and transmitted by the DPCM technique, and the small difference voltage is to be quantized and encoded. Then the comparison of PCM, DM, ADM and DPCM, this is a very important part. So this is a conclusion of all modulations which we have seen so far. So we have seen PCM, DM, ADM and DPCM. So these all are the baseband modulation techniques which we have discussed in this unit number 4. So what are their basic difference? So first is a full form. The full form of a PCM is a pulse code modulation. DM stands for delta modulation, ADM stands for the adaptive delta modulation, and DPCM stands for the differential pulse code modulation. Now the feedback: PCM is made up of only 3 basic blocks: sampler, quantizer and encoder. There is no feedback exist. In DM there is a feedback, and the job of the feedback is to give a delay and to generate that error signal. Again ADM is having a feedback circuit. In case of DPCM we are having a feedback circuit, and the feedback circuit consists of a predictor circuit. Number of bits: so the number of bits per sample in case of PCM are the 4, 8 or 12 bits are used. That is completely depends upon the number of levels which we are using in a quantization. So q by n is a value, q by 2 is a value. If you are having a quantization level of 2, it means we are having a 4 number of bits per sample. Only 1 bit is used per sample. Again in ADM we are using 1 bit of samples, 1 bit is used per sample, but in case of DPCM more than 1 bit is used per sample. Here we are using more number of bits. The number of bits are more than DM and ADM, but it is less than what we have used in a PCM. Bandwidth of the transmission channel: PCM requires the highest bandwidth, transmitted bandwidth. DM requires the lowest bandwidth. The ADM requires the lowest bandwidth, and the bandwidth of DPCM is less than that is of the PCM, because in this case we have removed the unnecessary data, or the redundancy we have avoided. Therefore the bandwidth requirement of DPCM is less than that we have needed for the PCM. Complexity. Now PCM signal is a complex. Here it is a simple and the simple circuit. It is a complex because we don't have any feedback. We are having only 3 blocks. Therefore the designing of a PCM is a bit complicated compared to all other. Signal to noise ratio of PCM is a good. The DM is having a poor signal to noise ratio, because here two types of noise are there. There is a slow pour and the granular noise. Now in case of ADM we have removed two type of noise, therefore it is having a better signal to noise ratio than the DM, and the DPCM is having a fair signal to noise ratio. Quantization error and the distortion. Now in PCM we are having a quantization error which depends on the number of level used. In DM, slow pour distortion and the granular noise is present. In ADM, we have removed the slow pour distortion and the granular noise, but there is a quantization error which present in a ADM. In DPCM, slow pour distortion and the quantization noise is present. Thank you for listening to my video. Thank you so much.